It happened in Dallas, Texas on November 22nd of 1963. If you were alive and old enough to be aware of events on that day, there's no way you could ever forget it. Schools let out early and Americans burst into tears on the streets upon hearing that our young president had been assassinated in Dallas. It's a huge national scar to this day, and it's a mystery we keep returning to. This question: did Lee Harvey Oswald act alone? This weekend, the Discovery Channel will air the findings of a new investigation. We have a preview tonight from NBC's Pete Williams.
It's an eerie sight, a limousine, just like the one that carried President Kennedy, driving through the streets of Dallas for a new test, following the precise route of his motorcade 45 years ago when gunfire changed history.
There has been a shooting. Parkland Hospital has been advised to stand by for a severe gunshot wound.
But did the shot that killed the president in Dealey Plaza come from somewhere other than the 6th floor of the school book building, where a waiting Lee Harvey Oswald fired his rifle?
No matter how many times Warren Commission members and others say he was shot from behind, many people believe that President Kennedy was shot from the front.
For a new documentary, the Discovery Channel used an exact replica of this car, the 1961 Lincoln Continental the president rode in. Actors the same height and weight as President and Jackie Kennedy and Texas Governor and Mrs. John Connally took their places, and the car was positioned at precisely the spot where the president was fatally shot. A military sharpshooter with a high-powered rifle, unloaded at this point, checked the 4 spots where conspiracy theorists believe someone else might have fired. In one, part of the car blocked the view.
There's not really a shot to make.
A second would have required firing through the windshield, which didn't happen.
There's no shot there.
But 2 other spots would have afforded a clear view. So, at a remote test range with a wooden replica of the limousine's interior, a laser helped position the sharpshooter at the same distance and angle as those 2 spots with the clear views. He fired at anatomical models designed to simulate the qualities of a human target. The resulting damage was completely inconsistent with the president's injuries. But another shot from the same height as the 6th floor window in the book building produced damage strikingly similar to the president's actual injuries.
Our test showed very clearly that the fatal shot that struck President Kennedy in the head had to have come from behind in the Texas School Book Depository building.
Several thousand.
Adding a new entry in a chapter of history that may never be closed. Pete Williams, NBC News, Washington.
And when nightly news